YouTube, how's it going? Frogs Angels is back with Week 5 score predictions for the NFL. If you haven't seen the video, we did our straight up picks with some other Frogs Angels members already. So great video. Go check it out if you haven't seen it already. A couple other things. We are partnered with FanDuel now. We have links down in the description of all of our videos. If you use those links, it'll help our video grow more. So that'd be much appreciated if you choose to use our links. And basically what this video is I predict the scores of the games before looking at the lines, and that kind of gives me an idea what games I like. So technically it is against the spread pick'ems here while predicting scores. So let's just start picking here. Let's start doing it. Colts and Patriots. I picked 31-24. I don't think it'll be a close 31-24, if that makes sense. I think it'll be Patriots will have control of this game pretty much all of the game, actually. Maybe a 31-17, and then the Colts get a late touchdown. It's just kind of how I'm feeling. The Patriots are minus 10.5. That's a lot of points. Again, I think the Colts can get some garbage time touchdowns. I think that's possible. So 10.5 is a little much for me. I got the Titans beating the Bills 24-13. And this one I'm kind of back and forth on. Titans are a pretty good team. 24 points is kind of a lot for them, I guess. You know, the Bills defense is pretty solid, and I can see this being another Titans-Jags type game that finished 9-6. So there's a chance. There's a part of me that thinks it could be like around there, like 13-6, something like that. But I think the Titans are really getting going on offense. You know, I think they're getting healthier. Mariota's getting better. Corey Davis is finally showing up. So that's why I went with the 24 points. I think they're a legit team. I think they're good. They are -5 in this game, so I have them winning by more. I like the Titans in that game. You know, I think they can win by at least a touchdown. I really do. -5. You know, the Bills could be sneaky. They're at home here. You know, if they play like they did against the Vikings, you know, they can win this game really. But you know, that game started with the fumbles. I think Mariota can take care of the ball. You know, he'll throw picks here and there, but I don't think it'll affect the game that much. I think they win. I think they can win by more than 5 points. Bottom line. Dolphins at Bengals. I got 28-20. Another tough one, really. The Bengals are -5.5. I see. I like the Bengals at home. They can really score points. It depends on what Dolphins defense shows up. So -5.5. I have them winning by 8. So it looks like I kind of like that one. Ravens at Browns. I have a 27-17. I really like this Ravens defense. You know, the Browns can put up some points with Baker, but this might be his true first test against a solid defense. So I think they'll score around 17, maybe 20 points. The Ravens, you know, they can score if they turn some of those field goals into touchdowns, which is possible against the Browns secondary. They can get some good points on the board, but it's mainly their defense. The Ravens are only -3, so you know, maybe a different team. Away, like we saw against the Bengals, they struggled, but that was too early. I don't really, you know, the Ravens are better than what they played against. That's not them. That's not the Ravens who played against the Bengals. Not taking anything away from the Bengals, they're a very good team, but that wasn't the Ravens. I like them -3 here. I really do against the Browns. You know, young quarterback. I like Baker a lot. He can play well in this game, but you know, it's his toughest task so far. So I do like the Ravens for those reasons. Packers and Lions. I picked the Lions in this one. I got them winning 28-24. I think the Lions are a different team at home. The Packers haven't really been that impressive so far this season. They're going to figure it out at some point. Is it going to be this week? Again, I like the Lions. The Lions are better than the record shows. I really think so. They're a tough team, and they're good at home, like I mentioned. So I have them winning this game. The NFC North games are always close. The Lions are, you see, I figured the Packers would be favored by a little more, but they're only a -1. So the game's going to be close. Could go either way. I wouldn't touch that one. These NFC North games are good. They're good. They're close, especially when I do think the Packers are the better team, like talking the end of the year, but it's in Detroit, so that makes it a very good game. Right away, I kind of wanted to pick the Lions. I was pretty confident about them, but it's too close, I think. You know, it could go either way here, and it's only getting 1 point. So that's a risky one. Jags and Chiefs, another one hard to predict a score on this one. I went with 30-28 Chiefs. I think offense trumps defense this year in the NFL, depending on, in this situation, I think elite offense versus elite defense. I think the offense wins this year. I picked the Bucs last week over the Bears for the same reason, but now I'm realizing that, we thought it was elite Bucs offense, but turns out it was pretend. So nowhere really near elite. I shouldn't really say elite anyways after 2 games. So I think offense wins the games this year, and they're at home, so that's big time. I think you can put up 30 points on anybody, even though if you think the Jags are the best defense, that you might be right. I think 30 points is doable for an elite offense at home and against really any defense in today's NFL. The way the quarterbacks are playing, the way the offenses are playing, the way the quarterbacks are protected. Even if they're not calling roughing the passes, they're allowing more holding in pass plays on the offensive line. That's a fact. So more points scored. The Chiefs are -3. Another one I wouldn't touch because the game could go either way. Wouldn't touch it. Broncos, Jets, 24-16. I'm predicting the Broncos to get some offense going. I think Keenum's very, very close. Right now, statistically, not having a good season. He missed that throw at the end of the game that kind of costed him. But he does at times, under pressure, make some ridiculous clutch throws, which we've seen last year too. I think he stays more consistent this game. I think he starts to figure it out. He's really a couple of throws you want to take back and redo. He's a couple of those throws away from having a good season, but statistically it looks like a bad season. So he could, just like that, I think he can figure it out. And I think they get some offense going in this game. And their defense is pretty good. So 16 even might be kind of a maximum for the Jets. The Jets are -1. Is there something I don't know about right now? I'm just seeing this now. Again, I do not look at the spreads before I predict. I look at them as I'm recording this. And I'm kind of shocked by this -1 with the Jets. I would take the Broncos. Is there something I don't know about here? Trying to look through injuries. I like the Broncos. I like the Broncos in this one. Again, I think their offense gets going. Their defense is solid. They played a good game against the Chiefs. It is a big difference playing at Mile High than going away. So maybe that's the reason. Big difference, but I still think. I talked about it in the straight up pick'ems video. We know the Broncos defense is better, and with the offense struggling at times, we know it's better. Overall, they're just a better team, plain and simple. The better team doesn't always win, especially when they're away. But I like my chances with the Broncos. The Steelers and the Falcons. I got the Falcons winning 34-31. This is one I'm probably not going to touch. It was hard for me to pick this one in the straight-up pick'ems, and I see the Steelers are -3. I do have the Falcons winning by 3, but it's really up in the air. It's going to be a shootout. I think Matt Ryan has himself a day, and I think Big Ben can too, but I'm a little more confident about Matt Ryan having more consistent, solid performance, so that's the reason I went with the Falcons, but another game I really wouldn't touch. Can go either way. Steelers, unfortunate, some close games. They haven't played good. They need Le'Veon Bell. The Falcons, unfortunate, some close games against really good teams without a lot of their defensive players and without their starting running back. So the Falcons have legitimate excuses, in my opinion. Maybe they can turn it around, or maybe that those injuries are still continues to be a problem. We'll see. Giants and Panthers. I like the Panthers by 10 in this one. I don't see the Giants scoring more than 17 points. The Panthers honestly could put up more than 27, but this is my initial thoughts. So a 10-point win's pretty big. The Panthers are -6.5. At home, especially at home, and just in general, the Panthers are the much better team. I would take the Panthers -6.5. I think they can win by 7 points easy. I like the Panthers this year. I like them. I still need to see more of their defense. I don't think it's as good as it has been in past years, but that's really not. It doesn't really need to be. It doesn't really need to be. I think their offense is better than ever in today's game. Like I said, shortage on defenses, offenses. I kind of doubted North Turner and that Turner staff. I didn't like them in the past, the recent past. But they never had a guy like Cam Newton and a guy like McCaffrey. So I think that is like a perfect fit. It's too early. They had a bye week, so I guess we can't confirm that. But I'm liking what I'm seeing from the Panthers so far. I like them -6.5. Little risk in that because Their run defense isn't anywhere near the same, so Saquon really could go off in this game, but is the running game really enough to win this game in Carolina? I don't think so. Raiders 21, Chargers 30. The Chargers will score points, and a good amount of points in this game. The Raiders can't score too. The Chargers defense isn't as good without Joey Bosa. They've been getting up some points. Carr can sling it. Has been throwing some picks, so watch out for the Chargers getting some picks here in this game. But I like the Chargers, and I have them winning by, 9? And the spread is Chargers -5. It looks like I would like that one, but I only like it a little bit because the Chargers haven't been playing. They start off slow. They haven't been playing too great. They've been making games close, pretty much every game pretty close, even the ones they win. So there's a chance. I'm very confident about the win. Very confident. But there's a chance they can make this close. But the Raiders shouldn't even have a win, honestly. I think the Chargers could win this game. But the Chargers have struggled against the offensive teams. The Raiders aren't the Rams and the Chiefs, but similar style, similar team. So keep that in mind. But Chargers -5 kind of looks good. Chargers need to pick it up. On paper, they look really good. They're playing pretty solid, but got to pick it up. Vikings 27, Eagles 23. I'm picking the Vikings. The Eagles are -3. You don't know which really both teams, but you don't know which Vikings you're going to get. I'm predicting the defense to pick it up a little bit. Slowly throughout the year, I think they're going to pick it up. I trust Zimmer getting that defense back to where it was, even though it got blown out to the Eagles last year where it was. But really the question is the offensive line, but at the same time, I'm still confident that Cousins, Thielen, and Diggs will have a day in this game. So 27 points. They can honestly score more than that. And I don't know if the Eagles really can score. Similar to the Rams game, Kirk Cousins can go off in that fashion, but the Eagles can't score with the Rams. They can't score as many points as the Rams. I mean, they can, but I don't think it'll happen. I think the Vikings had time to adjust because they played last Thursday. I like the Vikings in this game. The difference could be the Eagles bringing that pressure. They're going to get solid pressure. If they can get elite pressure in this game, which is possible with that Vikings offensive line, that could change the game. But Kirk has been under insane pressure all season long, and he's been able to throw it very well. This Eagles secondary is struggling. As soon as somebody catches the ball in the secondary, they struggle to tackle, and Diggs may be the hardest receiver to tackle with the ball in his, or one of, minus Tyreek Hill probably, maybe a couple other ones. But Diggs is crazy after the catch. Thielen's pretty fast too. They're both gonna have days. I think they're gonna start to use tight ends more and more. I like the Vikings in this game. I do, but I do have my doubts at the same time because I don't know what I've been watching from them recently. I mean, the Rams are the best team in football. I put up a fight with them. But the Eagles, I'm predicting them to get a lot of field goals in this one because I think they can get in the Vikings territory easily. The Vikings give too much cushion. That's why they're giving up too much defensively. But I didn't like the Eagles' play calling on third down, and I think the Vikings do play better when teams get into red zone territory. We didn't really see that against the Rams because they were scoring from deep, really big plays. So I think it's a totally different ball game, really. But I think Kirk Cousins plays a similar game. So that's the reasons I like the Vikings. But I don't know if I would touch it because you don't know what you're going to get from either team. The Eagles are -3, so the Vikings are getting a good amount of points. Yeah, I would kind of lean towards the Vikings there, but these teams are kind of mystery still. We expect both of them to figure it out by the end of the year, but it's still pretty early. Cardinals 17, Niners 14. I was looking at some experts picks recently, just curious, and everybody's picking the Niners. Our whole group, I think everybody picked the Cardinals yesterday, and the Niners are -4. The Cardinals been choking. I blame a lot of it on coaching decisions. But they got a guy they got David Johnson, they got Larry Fitzgerald. I think Rosen can play. I don't think he's going to be really that much worse than Bradford. I mean, maybe equal to what Bradford was playing with the Cardinals as the worst case scenario. I think he could play better. Niners, too many injuries. I mean, I think Breida's going to have to run wild to win this game. I do like the Cardinals in this one. They're +4. It's a tough game. It's a toss-up. They've been choking at the end. But even if the Cardinals lose, they'll be winning the game. Niners will get a last-second field goal. So I'm pretty confident with the Cardinals +4, getting 4 points in this one. I kind of like that because it's going to be tight either way. 4 is kind of tight, but I like them. I like them in this one. All right, moving on. Rams 31, Seahawks 14. I was pretty quick to come up with the score. I don't know why. They scored 38 in the Vikings. You got to think the Vikings defense actually might be better than they have to be better than the Seahawks defense, especially with Earl Thomas. But I think there'll be more running in this game. I think it was just constant throwing in the Vikings game, which led to more points. The Vikings were kind of pushing up on the Rams, scaring them a little bit, so they had to keep scoring. I think they'll be in control most of this game, so I don't know if it'll be as many points. 31's a lot. But I don't really see the Seahawks scoring as many as the Rams let up last week. So 31-14, big win. Rams are -7. I like the Rams. I like the Rams minus. There are some people out there picking the Seahawks at home. Maybe they figured something out. It is different playing Russell Wilson. He can move, but the Rams are, with Earl Thomas out too, the Rams are so much better. So much. I know it's away. I kind of like the Rams -7. That's a lot of points, but as it should be. I like the Rams. Cowboys 24, Texans 27. I like the matchup in Houston, and I think the Texans will score. I think the Texans can score on almost any team, but that doesn't mean they'll win. Obviously, they're 1-3. The Cowboys' defense has been pretty solid. It's not the best defense in football. The Texans will score. The Texans' weakness is when offenses get the ball in the secondary. Dak's shown very recently, that he's getting better throwing downfield, but that's not where their expertise is. They're not going to light it up downfield. I think the Texans they're not going to stop Zeke. They're going to slow him down with their talent up front. I really think the Texans win the matchup game, and some of these games I've been basing off matchups the last week or two. I've been I think correct on the matchups. A lot of games, are pretty out there with the outcomes, but the ones where I'm counting about the matchups, so far I think I've been doing solid. Still learning about some of these teams. We thought the Texans would be better. Still need to know more about the Cowboys, but I like the Texans in the matchup. Doesn't guarantee they'll win. They're actually -3.5. Looking at it now, I thought the Cowboys would be favored for some reason. So I guess don't touch the game. I think it'll be close either way. Redskins 23, Saints 28. I think closer than people think. The Redskins, it's really on their defense. In terms of statistics, points per game, points allowed, I should say, they've been pretty good. I don't know if that's for real. I think it's a little pretend. I think we need to see a little more. But their defense is better than a lot of defenses in the NFL this year. I'll tell you that. They could slow the Saints down, and 28 points is slowing the Saints down. They can score in the 30s. And the Saints defense can be scored on. So the Redskins can score some points. The matchup here actually could slightly favor the Redskins, but overall, the Saints are, at the end of the day, the Saints are home and they're the better team. They have a lead offense. I like the Saints, but I don't know if I'd touch that one. -6.5 for the Saints. I don't know if I would touch it, I think the Saints. I'm starting to think the Saints defense can actually figure it out. They're not going to be top 10 defense, but before, a lot of people asking, you think the Saints defense will improve or be towards the bottom? And my answer kind of was, I think it'll be improved by the end of the year, but I still think it'll be towards the bottom. I'm starting to think they can pick it up. Davenport's showing signs. He's actually pretty solid. If he comes along, him with Cameron Jordan. Pass rush changes an entire defense. Good pass rush makes everybody else better. Lattimore will come along. Excellent rookie season. Hasn't played good at all this year. Kind of surprising. But he'll come along. So we'll see. Maybe they can figure it out. But I like the Saints at home here. But again, Redskins are a scary team. They need to stay more consistent, though. So that'll be my score predictions for Week 5. We're back every single week. We have straight-up picks with the other Frogs and Angels guys. Fun video. We have MLB playoff predictions on the channel already, so something new there. We got 3 different guys making their picks, so check that out. Bye weeks, the Bears and the Bucks. We always discuss who wins the bye week. Pretty funny in our weekly pick'ems. Interesting debates. I don't know why, but it's interesting arguments about who wins the bye week. I always think those are fun. But that's going to do it for this one. Again, we're partnered with FanDuel. Thanks to all the support out there. So using our links for your FanDuel, if you want to play it, that helps us. Helps our channel grow. That's the only thing it'll do. And that's big time here. So 10K subscribers is our goal. Helping us get there will be much appreciated. And it'll be much appreciated clicking that like button as well. But that's going to do it for this one. Stay tuned for more videos and Friday live streams. We're going to have NBA predictions coming up. Still trying to find. We want to do it during the live stream, one of the live streams either this week or next week. I'll keep you posted on that. But just stay tuned for more than just NFL. Here's my point. That's going to do it for this one. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.